The last few days, I've had a lot of people ask me how I stay so calm. And I guess the things I would say regarding that are that, one, for me, the mission never changes. It doesn't matter what he throws at us. The mission never changes, which is to get him out, vote, make sure we vote, because I get really tired of people like, will we be able to vote? I don't know. What are you going to do about it if he says no? I know what I'll do about it. Okay? Part of this comes down to personal responsibility. I know what I'm willing to do and what I'm willing to give up. I know that I'm willing to put my body in front of people that are in danger. There's not a question within me. That is how I exist. Okay? So I am willing to pay the ultimate price to get this where it needs to go. I am willing to pay the ultimate price to protect people that can't protect themselves or that are in harm's way. There's no tug of war in that. There's no tug of war if I'm going to run or if I'm going to stay, because fascism is everywhere. It's like a spider web. It's just everywhere, and it's something we have to fight every single day forever. People act like there's a finish line here. There's not. There's not. So every day, this is just what the fight is. Another thing is I gave up trying to keep control, because I have people in my family that are the main targets right now. And it consumed me because I felt like I wasn't going to be able to protect them the way that I wanted to. I couldn't keep the news from them. I couldn't prevent them from being afraid. But that was just making them more afraid. Me being calm gave them more calm. We're vigilant, we're careful, we pay attention, we have conversations, but there is no dooming, there's no fear-mongering, there's nothing that helps Donald Trump in our conversations. In fact, we just get smarter and more clever. You know, it's like the kids that aren't allowed to do anything, they become smart rats. They don't become honest, they become clever. So if he thinks he's going to try and shut everyone down, he's just going to create clever citizens who are going to resist and figure out ways to go around him. Okay? I just have an acceptance of what is. I don't have to like it, but it all is what it is. And when you live in the world of it should be different, you suffer, and that suffering affects your nervous system. I do not like the way it is, but it is the way it is because a lot of choices were made along the way on both sides. I also take responsibility for the fact that the left has responsibility in this. They are partly accountable. Like, fascism does not arise in a vacuum. In Germany, the left fought. They were egotistical. It's my way or the highway. And the right said, cool. Then they went and did what they did. So I know we have bad actors in here. I know we have people paid by AIPAC. I know we have big egos and people that should have retired a long time ago. I own that, and I have that in my conversations with people on the right. I don't go like, it's you guys. I say, it's both. We both have effed this up, so we both have to get out of it. They're far more receptive to that. If I just go, we're getting it right, and you're a guy, they can't hear you. And it's dishonest. It's dishonest to act like it's just the right, and no one can hear you. Okay? And the other thing is, they're failing every single day. And if you don't get that, you are listening to a shit creator. You cling to fear-mongering and dooming to feel in control. Like, if I worry enough, that means something and I have control. You don't. You're just wrecking your nervous system. And you're falling for propaganda. Or you have a shit FYP. Because if you're having conversations with people on the right, enough people, you see the shift in there. If you, what happened last 10 days, it should be a very different conversation. And now the conversation is, don't talk bad about me or I'll take you off the air. That is what came out of that, is don't say mean things about me, because he cannot stand that anything be about anybody else. Everything's about him. Everything. I know narcissists so well. This is what I've profiled for years. I have put them in prison for years. Okay? This is what I know. So I know exactly how the patterns run. I grew up in cults. This is a cult. So this is my world. And that's part of why I feel comfortable, because I see how badly it's failing and how quickly it's failing. They should be doing a lot better. But right out of the gate, day one when he was inaugurated, that salute caused people to leave. Not everybody, but a few. It's a start. And it's been going one after the other. In fact, I thought I would do a video of all the reasons I've heard people leaving, because they'd surprise you. Because I know all of you are like, hey, they don't leave till it hurts them. Most people, that's not the case at all. It's just that they are insulated. They don't hear or see what you do. There's this assumption on the left that like they know everything we know, they've seen it all, and they're just assholes, and it's just not true. They are in a cult. Their brain does not belong to them. The center of their identity is their leader. They don't have their own voice. They don't. And it can take years to get that. And it is a hellish process for the brain, because it has to re-piece together its beliefs and even what does it want? What is it like? What does it believe in? It doesn't know. It's just a computer repeating what it is told to say. And if it doesn't say it, there's dire consequences. Could lose everything it cares for and loves. Could lose its finances. It's just how brains work. And they study how to do this, and then they go do it. The other thing is, this, administration is trying to run off of plans from Schmittler that failed, okay? And then he tried to run them fast. And I think he tried to run him fast because he knew people would be onto him. Like, they didn't cut social media. They should have gotten rid of all that before they tried a lot of this, so that it would keep people from being able to communicate. But look what's happened since CK. Again, if you're on the FYP, then you're probably clueless, or you're listening to a bad content creator or something. But the shift over there is really happening. And you have normal people outside of all this going, what is going on? I'm not political, but suddenly going, maybe I need to be political. Maybe this is a problem. Jimmy Kimmel lit a fire to this. There are so many things going wrong over there. And so what he's going to have to do is ramp this up as hard and as fast as he can. And guess what? That's what I expect. Everything I've said he's going to do, he's doing. So there's no surprises in here for me. No, I take that back. How bad he sucks. How bad all of them suck. How bad Kash Patel, Bahala, there's no names. Like from there's a list to no list to hoax to you're a loser if you believe in it. Now there's no names again, even though we just saw a whole bunch of people testify to it going, yeah, I was in there. Yeah, that happened to me. Macy, I think it was, Senator Macy or the congressman, anyway, was reading off or saying people that were in there. He said, magician. Oh, I know the magician because he tried to traffic my sister, David Copperfield. This is all coming out. And everything they try and do now is on top of a fractured and destabilized right. Now, the left isn't steady either. But the people, because of the destabilization, are communicating. And Israel is on the hot seat because of CK, because of Epstein. There's nothing they can do about that on the right except try and silence people. And people on the right don't want that. They are fighting back against what happened with Jimmy Kimmel. So that's why I said, he was a sacrificial lamb that we needed, because this lit other things on fire. And I do not think at all that Jimmy will pay the money. I think he will double down. I think he'll be like, no. He also has not filed a $1 billion lawsuit. I don't know where that came from. Please check your facts before you reshare things. But anyway, that is how I'm able to stay calm, because I know these people and they are failing in ways. It's like a gift from fake God.